Hello, greetings. This is about Genesis 19, chapter 19, verse 36. And most of the verses about this lot is explained there in this article. So, in this article, BibleReference.com. So I was doing a live stream on Facebook and I found this article. I mean, I'm really, my mind is really, I'm really a gone case here thinking, like I was thinking, what is the reason for Christians to believe in this kind of a thing? Now, they give a reason here why Lot's daughters had sex with their father to save their progeny, from becoming extinct, right? What am I saying? It's like from becoming, sorry, my mind, extinct. So, from, saving, from becoming extinct and saving their progeny. So I really am shocked and I've got a lot on my mind. I can't find the words, but I will still try to give this because there's a tsunami of Christians. Their influence is great and they are pushing hard to convert the Muslims by showing those Sunni ridiculous hadiths with the Quran. Even now the Shia hadiths, Christian Prince has done this on YouTube, and they quickly tell them to embrace Christianity. This I think is very, very unfair and unjust. And about Sam Shamoun calling me false, a false Christian. First, he didn't know. He pretended he didn't know who I was. I'm not a Christian. And a truth seeker who is fake, who has come here on Adam, Adam Seeker. Now, what is Adam Seeker? Urdu, right? But to me, he falsely accused about me on his live stream. You can go check it out on YouTube. He's come. Sam Shamoun is the guest there. Adam Speaker Urdu. Now look at the. I'm really sorry, Christians. I have to do this. Some of the Christians have been really good with me in the Western world and all, and also in Pakistan. But still, I feel that I have to expose this Christianity too, and I'm bewildered at the people giving excuses for their religion. Religious beliefs and all that, and I'm also surprised at the Christians laughing at, if we Shias feel disgusted by the Sunni hadiths, Umayyad side, we say Abbaside side and Umayyad side, then it is understandable a little bit more than what the Christians here, Old Testament, it has these ridiculous things. So they've given this, I didn't read out this from Genesis in my live stream Facebook. Lot's two daughters had sex with their father. No, I read this out. On consecutive nights, acting desperately but very deliberately. They got him so drunk with wine that he didn't even realize what was happening. Genesis chapter 9, 30 verse, I think 33 and semicolon colon 35. Both of Lot's daughters became pregnant through this sexual abuse of their own father. So here, God doesn't save Lot from his daughters. After, so if you can, I didn't read this, but the context of the summary here describes the humiliating fate of Lot and his daughters, having lost everything and living in a cave in the hills with their aging father, The two daughters assume no man will ever marry them or give them children. Their plan to remedy the situation is shocking, but not impossible, for children raised in a culture like that of Sodom. Lot's daughters get their father drunk on 2 consecutive nights, each having sex with him and becoming pregnant. Chapter context again, 2 angels disguised. So they first, you see, Lot's family, but his wife is not saved. So the cities are destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah, I think, and this destroys all of the land and people and around the cities. As stated in earlier verses, this is the result of the great and ongoing wickedness. Lot's wife is turned to a pillar of salt when she disobeys the angels by looking back on the destruction. Lot and his daughters flee first to Zoar, then to a cave in the hills. There, Lot's confused and frightened daughters get him drunk, have sex with him, and each become pregnant. Is there anything else? So I did not read this on my live stream Facebook on my page. This and this. So here also what I didn't read is where does it say? So the reason being that the action of daughters reflected the anything goes morality of the culture in which they were raised in. Sodom had been wiped from the face of the earth, but it had not been removed from the hearts of Lot's family. Lot had allowed his family to be deeply influenced by this cultural sin, and it certainly shaped his daughters' sense of morality. Despite their humiliating origins, the sons conceived in this event become the fathers of significant people groups, the Moabites and the Ammonites, as seems to be common in the Bible. Their names serve as a reminder of the circumstances of their birth. You see, despite all this, this morality, this sense of thing, the wrath of God, the punishment of God, has not served to teach a lesson to the daughters, and it does not instill in them, the sense to wait for God to give them sons, and men will come. Aging father, the two daughters assume no man will ever marry them or give them children. After knowing God, knowing that, seeing the punishment right in front of their eyes, this terrible tragedy, this terrible wiping out of Sodom and Gomorrah and killing their mother too, they still, this punishment does not serve to teach them a good lesson, the two daughters of Lot. So what they do is, Lot's daughters get their father drunk on 2 consecutive nights, each having sex with him and becoming pregnant, so they could save the progeny. See, this happens before the 2 angels disguised Abraham's nephew Lot in the city of Sodom, all this. Sorry, I'm just giving you the point, skipping like this. And then there's Lot's confused and frightened daughters. There, Zoar, then to a cave in the hills. Then to the cave in the hills. There, Lot's confused and frightened daughters get him drunk. Do you get this point here, that now they're confused, they're frightened, although they've seen what happens to the wicked people. Here, Sodom was destroyed, Gomorrah was destroyed, the mother was destroyed, Lot's wife, I don't know whether she was the only wife of Lot, I think so, so she was their mother. Lot's wife is turned to a pillar of salt when she disobeys the angels by looking back on the destruction. Just looking back on the destruction, she is destroyed. All this does not teach Lot's daughters a lesson. So God should have destroyed these two daughters also, but he didn't. Because they managed to again sin like this. Get their father Lot drunk and have sex with them. With him. Two of the daughters, and each became pregnant to save the progeny. This was the reason why they slept. Incest, anything goes morality. Lot apparently had not taught his daughters to seek help from Lord or to wait for him to provide. Lot had failed to teach his daughters. Even God failed to give them the proper whole sign, explain to them. They have not learned from this destruction. God's wrath in front of their eyes. The angel of God came to Lot, right? The nephew. Here it says. Again, look at this. Abraham's nephew, Lot, in the city of Sodom. And all the reasons given, despite their humiliating origins, the sons conceived in this event become what? The fathers of significant people groups, the Moabites and Ammonites, as seems to be common in the Bible. Their names serve as a reminder of the circumstances of their birth. Okay, you see, circumstances of their birth, but God does, despite their humiliating origins, the sons conceived in the event become the fathers of significant people groups. So sorry, I will not be sharing, maybe down there in my comment section if I upload this. I'm going to upload this on YouTube, this video. So this is taken from this. I'll put this reference on under my in my comment section, right, under my video. What does Genesis 19:36 mean? Lot's two daughters had sex with their father on consecutive nights. So you see here, we are told that they made this mistake, the daughters, this great sin. Actually, they even raped. It's some say it's rape because they got him drunk. It's rape. It's without his will. It's rape. God's judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah, Genesis, right? So this is before. I mean, this comes before, and then the daughters, without learning from this, angels have come down. Should they not have been enlightened, guided by God? God has to wait. So that's why they say that, oh, the Son of Man. Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ, the Messiah, is not supposed to come now. You have to keep waiting. And had the daughters waited and not been frightened and not assumed that God would not help them, give them a son for inheritance to, increase their progeny, right? So, how shall I say that? Oh God. So to save their progeny and all this, and their sons would go on. And they had sons. They didn't have daughters. So conveniently, they had sons. Conveniently, they got their father drunk. Lot, the son of Abraham, whom the angel has come and still, for example, if you look at this Islam, God was sending revelations again to tell the people, quickly sending revelations to tell the people Prophet Muhammad at that time, right? That this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. So he completed his favor upon them, the Muslims, the people then, and favored Islam. And here God has not stopped. God has not stopped Lot's daughter. Sorry, Lut and Lot. I get so in between. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so the excuse these people give for this is that why the Son of God, why God didn't send an angel man for these two daughters, or the Son of God at this time, is because these daughters, these wicked daughters of Lot, went on their own reasoning, didn't wait for God's revelation. You see? So, I'm just giving you an example from Islam and Prophet Muhammad. That doesn't mean that religion is right at all. Okay, please, don't give me a hard time. Muslim had given me a hard time there. On Facebook again, I've explained it to him. This, all these religions. You see, I was just thinking what my Shia ulamas have missed. Maybe they want to be pious. We want to have an ideal life. We want to know there's a Savior. We want to know there's a God, that justice will be done someday, for waiting, hoping. We should keep our hopes on Allah. There's a Quran ayat, so judgment one day will happen. Judgment day will come and God will do justice. God's judgment will be completed. But here you can see that everything is so conveniently put on the daughters. They got scared. They were frightened that we would lose the progeny of fathers. Progeny would not be, would be cut off, would not go on. So let us do this. And God's angel then even didn't come. I used to think, when Shaitan, in the Quran we are told, Shaitan went to Adam and Bibi Hawa. So why didn't God stop him there? He's so silent at that time, right? And this maybe the Christians will also tell you, but they may not, because then if we say, but Satan also kept quiet. No, but God also kept quiet in Genesis Bible, right? The snake, he came and tried to make Adam have the fruit from the tree and all this, deceived them, Adam and Eve. So then if we say that, then Christian Prince would go somewhere else, I think. These Christians can avoid these questions, right? On YouTube. Please don't let this happen to you. Enough of deception has happened over the years. We've made enough excuses for religious people, and the religion, it gives us such security, to know that there's hope for a judgment day one day God will come. One day God's going to send the Savior. He sent the Savior, but he was resurrected. But Christians believe that, and then he's going to come again. It wasn't time for him. He came for a moment at that time, but then again he's going to come. He's just preparing the people. All these excuses we give. So here we are, the excuse is that these daughters, the action of the daughters reflected the anything, in like quotation marks, anything goes morality of the culture in which they were raised in. Shocking silence. Let this sink into you, people. It's been for ages. This is now even older than Islam. 2000 BC. No. 2000 Christ era. CE. Or so. This is like how many BC years back, right? Genesis. So let this sink into you. I'm not asking you to go back to, if you are an ex-Muslim, to go back to Islam. No way. Okay, I just don't have words to tell you. Stay away from Islam and stay away from all these religions. Please, this is very, very ridiculous. And how we, so many excuses we make when God doesn't listen to our prayers. It must be a good reason. Or someone could say, well, maybe he's making you wait for a better day. Or you've sinned somewhere you don't realize, or you haven't prayed from the heart. You know, get up in the morning. Someone told me, Fajr time, God hears our prayers, especially at Fajr time. Morning prayers, early morning prayers for us, Muslims, Shias also. And pray at that time. In fact, if you say Surah Yasin, you know, it's one of those strong times that God hears your prayers. And my mother was like, pray, you know, this time between Sunni and Shia, Maghrib time, Sunni and Shia, the evening time, starting prayers for the evening. It's God hears our prayers at that time. So she took a very positive stance between Sunni and Shia prayer call, break, 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So please be very careful. We make these excuses, and we have been making for so many years. And let this digest. Like, please look at this, and please beware of those who are breaking you and then taking you, breaking you and then taking you. Please, I want you to decide for yourself. Take time. Don't let these people like Rob Christian, Christian Prince, Sam Shaman, and they do a lot of this live stream, and they call people to them, their religion, this religion, this. Okay? And I think I did the video on the King David. Yeah, that I did. I keep getting confused if I only did the live stream. So what punishment for King David and what punishment for that innocent king? I haven't even gone in there with the detail to give you a video on that in detail, right? So that it sinks in you, and I cover points like these very clever, very cunning, very, very experts in giving you the ridiculous true hadiths from Sunni sources. And now Christian Prince also started to do with the Shias, that yellow shoes and this shoes, and how could you be so stupid? You Shias are the worst liars. Excuse me, sorry. I have to clear my throat. So if I just pause this for a while. Hello, yeah, do you have more intelligent questions about this? Lot's daughters? Please ask yourselves. Don't let them make you go like dull, like Jiddu Krishnamurti said. You know, your religions make you dull. Your scriptures, repetition, this and that. So Imam Ali had told us, you know, 1 minute, like 1 moment of proper contemplation, reflection is better than 1,000 or some years of in Najul Balagha, 1,000 or some years of prayers only without thinking, blindly following. A few moments of contemplation on truth is better. You contemplate on this rather than, just embrace it and, just blindly repeating things. Get the meaning of it. Get the meaning behind through all angles. And if you have a more intelligent question, ask that. And please add it. Please give it to me also. You know how if you are fast enough to talk, and you can cover many things, like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, like these debaters do, right? Covering and doing things, covering every angle in a few sentences. I'm not like that, so please, I apologize. And this is very sad. You see, then Shaitan, the excuse, why did God keep quiet and let Shaitan, and then he's told Adam, now you did this. God the all-knowing should know that Satan has crept into where Adam and Eve. Now Allama Tabatabai said it was not heaven because Shaitan was rejected at a very high place where all the angels were, very high, highest place or very high place. And then he was rejected and he was asked to leave. So then how can Satan come back into heaven, a lower place of heaven, but come in heaven as a snake and, what do you call that, barghalau, deceive Adam and Eve. Or according to the Bible, first Eve and then Adam, or whatever it is, right? But how could God take time to do this? And then put the blame on Adam and Eve. So Allama Tabatabai has this much that has given me in his exegesis of the Quran, Surah Baqarah ayats and all this, some ayats, about this ayats that Adam and Eve were not living in heaven at that time. God had sent them at a lower place, probably this place of spirits, where the spirits dwell. We call Alam Arwa or Barzak. Barzak is for those who will be in that place where the judgment day, before judgment day, the spirits are there. I think that's you can check. Barzak is what? But some spirit world below heavens, the lowest perhaps. And there Shaitan could come in. That was what I learned from Allama Tabatabai's exegesis of these Quranic ayats. Okay, but not why God kept quiet for so long. So God, no. Probably our Shia ulamas will say that God has a good reason. He wanted to bring Prophet Muhammad, the last and the greatest of the prophets. The last, the seal of the prophets. No prophet is greater than any other, but Prophet Muhammad, he had to send his beloved Habibullah, and then Imamat, and then guide the people thereafter with Imamat, his leaders. So all these excuses. Do you see the excuses we've made? The reasons we give as religious people. Okay, what do you call that? What do you call that? See, the religious academics, scholars, and through, what do you call that? Oh, it's not pausing my. So I think I have no life. Most of life is, so I'm feeling cold, I think. Okay, I think I should end now. Here, is it enough? I'll keep going on, opening your eyes. I hope you realize and you improve your reasoning powers to pure reasoning, Kant's, or who was it? The philosopher, logic. What is pure reasoning? And please do this. Don't get into this religious thing. For eons we have been deceived and been giving, you see, against Jezebel. She killed all the Yahweh people, believers. And what have your people done, the followers of one God, and even the prophets? You have not properly guided them, not properly protected them, God. Yahweh, then the Most High in the New Testament, then Allah in the 99 names of Allah, Allah in the Quran. So no, no excuse should be given. Please listen to Dr. Deepak Chopra. He helped me here when I was so confused. And I've been betrayed and all by my own Shias, asking them, my religious scholars, what is this? How could you miss this? In Surah Ahzab, a prophet made a mistake, unintentional. And on one side you say this, and then he practiced a pagan, very unreasonable, not the blood, he's not your blood son, how can you adopt him? But he's already adopted. So why was God late in correcting Prophet Muhammad there? Why was God late in correcting Prophet Muhammad there? Why is God late here in Genesis correcting Lot's two daughters? See, he's fallen short of his responsibility. Then in the Bible he said he has regretted creating human beings. There's a verse in the Bible. So look at our own mistakes. Before pointing fingers at others, let's correct our own mistakes. This kind of incest is wrong. God has waited here also again, just after that punishment. Why does he wait? Okay, we are told when he waits for Pharaoh that he gives our enemies, these prophets, messengers of God, godly people's enemies, respite. May they learn. But because these people, they've become these incestuously, born sons have now, seems to be common in the Bible. The names serve as a reminder. Okay, the names serve as a reminder of the circumstances of their birth. But these people, the race has come from these people then. All these prophets, or where was Abraham? So Lot was Abraham's nephew. And then from Lot, because in the Quran we are told that this is one progeny who believes in one Allah, one God, and all this, right? And what is this? So God should have made sure that Lot's progeny comes clear of all this, is pure, and not like incestuous. So God knows what happens to them. I haven't followed after that. I'm just trying to keep my sanity intact. I am risking my whole total sanity, going insane, totally. I'm risking that. But I've said that my life for truth. I want to live and die for truth. I want to find out why. And where is the true God and what is all this about? All right. Does God really care for us if there is a God who cares? And so I've had to go deep into these matters and question these things. So please, you do also. Do your own research, take your own time. Okay, I think I've now this pain on my side. Sorry for my bad performance here because of the pain and all this. And before that, a lot of trauma in my life. So I've been in a nervous shock. So I'm a truth seeker, a true truth seeker, not what Sam Chaman said about me. An Adam Seeker Urdu channel against me. So no excuses. Didn't he say, please listen to him, please take the time and listen to what he said in the end in Adam Seeker Urdu's channel as a guest. No tolerance for people who make excuses. Even this God who has made, this is crazy cruelty. This is really like putting it on the daughters now. Right? Do you see this? Please question it further, go deep contemplation. I'm not asking you to be like, quickly leave this, that. Contemplate and embrace my culture, or come to me, I will show you, come to Jesus Christ, He will save you, or my agenda, or I'm Radharani, come here, come to love, the goddess of love, and she will save you. No, nothing like that. Please be very clear about that. Okay, I have a Hindu name on my YouTube channel. That's for a reason. Not this kind of reason that we give religious people. God took His own sweet time here. Okay, I don't know what happened to the Moabites and the Ammonites, whether they were annihilated or not. It doesn't seem like it. Despite their humiliating origins, the sons conceived in this event became the fathers of significant, they become the fathers of significant people groups, the Moabites and the Ammonites. As seems to be common in the Bible, their names serve as a reminder of the circumstances of their birth. That's all. No humiliating punishment again for them. No annihilation for them, even though it's it's come out of rape, and an incestuous rape by Lot's two daughters with their father. The sons have come, not even both got sons. How convenient. And they did not wait. So here conveniently put that the Son of God is not coming here, because Lot's daughters did this, they didn't wait for God, and so we didn't give Lot, they didn't have to wait really. God could have just come there, the angel of God, and said, look, you are Lot's daughters. We saved you before from Sodom and Gomorrah. We saved your father, and I've come to tell you that both will have sons from me. They will be my sons of God. You can tell your father. I will tell your father too about it. So no need to wait and worry for, like Joseph was troubled, and then God, afterwards when Joseph was so troubled, then God sent him an angel telling him, that I've already sent an angel and sent the message. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, yes. So then Joseph was troubled in the New Testament, right? We are told. So God doesn't have to wait so long. Read between the lines and get it, please. It's been eons and eons. We have been deceived. So it's it's your choice now. You want to remain deceived, you remain deceived. But please don't go saying bad things about other people's religions, abusing them, abusing their gods and goddesses, abusing Allah and Muhammad. It's all the same. It's all the same. I tell you, I assure you. There's nothing. I mean, the Christians should be the last ones to laugh at this. The Shias can at the ridiculous hadiths, but not the Christians. This is ridiculous. What is this? Okay, so when they talk about the adopted son and who going after, Muhammad going after, at least this, leave it alone. Yes, it is true, it is written in the Sunni hadiths that Prophet Muhammad felt lustful towards Zainab. He went to Zaid's house and Zainab's house. There he found her in this thin, I think transparent clothing. And all this is in the Sunni hadiths. This was, I didn't find it in my Shia hadiths. Not that I know of. So at least for this, because then King David and his seed, from his seed will come Jesus, the Messiah, which the Christians have taken as Jesus Christ. So what did King David do with another man's wife? Got her impregnated, and she must be under duress. She must be scared. The king has called me and he's lusting after me. He wants to sleep with me. He's seen me up on the rooftop bathing. And another man's wife, so adultery. Murder later on of her husband Uriah or Uriah. And then Jesus Christ in the New Testament comes, the Son of God, and says that he who goes towards a married man or a married woman with lust in his heart or her heart has committed adultery already. So it doesn't go with what King David did, the seed which he was supposed to be from. But his mother was not from the seed of David. But his, not even his earthly father, Joseph, that's not even his earthly father, Joseph. Like he wasn't conceived by Joseph's sperm going into Mary's. You know what I mean? Reaching her egg and all this. Okay, please open your eyes, see this. Thank you very much, and thank God that I could say this, complete this today. Let's see where I go tomorrow or later on in the day. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. How God will open our eyes and we do not fall into this false God, one God deceptions. And there may be one reality, one divine power, one divinity. But here it's failed miserably. You can read in the Old Testament. Okay, thank you very much. I will continue later if I have to, or whatever I've missed. And remember the reference of this, I hope I remember, to put it in the comment section under this video. Thank you very much.